So I decided to move to Nairobi, Kenya, and never go back to America. And the reason why I decided to move here is because Nairobi feels like home. And even saying that, it sounds strange. Like you feel more at home in another country than you do in your own home country. But that's kind of like what America has turned into. Like America has made a lot of people disenfranchised. Like a lot of people really just want to give up. But here, when I came back to Nairobi, and I've been to Nairobi 4 times in the last like 9 months. So that shows you how much I love this country. But America's really just made you want to give up. Like everything is out of control in America. Inflation, like politics, like they're just forcing stuff down your throat. It's just completely out of whack. But when I came to Kenya, like I found my place of zen. Like I felt home. Like even the people welcomed me here. Like everybody's like, "Oh, welcome back." Like the energy here in Nairobi is infectious. Like I cannot explain it. You need to come here and experience it. And I've been traveling a lot. Like I've been to Asia, I've been to Europe, and now I'm back in Nairobi. It just feels like I don't want to leave. So I'm making Nairobi my home base, and I think I'm gonna stay here for a while because you can't beat the cost of living. Like, okay, one experience, I just went through Turkey. Turkey was considered like a cheap place. It really wasn't that cheap. And I had a lot of issues there that I'm not gonna go into here. I have another video on that. If you wanna check out the issues I have in Turkey, you can check that out. But when I came back to Nairobi, I didn't have any of those issues. It just felt like I could just sit back and relax and just enjoy life. And that's what I've been doing too. Like I've been in Nairobi for like 2 weeks now and I haven't posted a video because I've been enjoying it so much. Like you can go out and eat at some of the best places for like a fraction of the price you would pay like in a Manhattan or Miami or Los Angeles. Like to give you an example, I went and had some lamb and mashed potatoes and it was absolutely delicious. And it only came to like $12. And I'm talking about the lamb was like, the meat was literally falling off the bone. The mashed potatoes was delicious. And it only cost like $12. And if you wanted to get like a similar meal in the States, it will run you like $50, $60 for the quality of food, for the presentation and everything. And that's what I like about Nairobi is like you can literally like build the type of lifestyle you want to live. If you want to live like a more quiet, reserved life, you can go out on the outskirts of Nairobi, like near Campbell County, and get you an apartment for like $200 to $400 a month. And I'm talking about like a new construction apartment. I'm not talking about like some old apartment that was built like 1980 or 1970. I'm talking an apartment that was built probably in the last 3 years. You're probably gonna be the first person that lived in that place. And you could get it for that prices. But if you wanna even come and have a life like I live like a city life, I never cook. I'm actually standing on like the rooftop of my apartment right now, apartment building. And you wanna live that life, you can still do that reasonably. Like in New Jersey, to get you a place that's comparable to the place I'm living right now will probably run you like at minimum $2,000, but more realistically, $2,300 a month. So that's $200, $3,000 a month. For that amount of money, I can live a month in Kenya. And not just live a month in Kenya. I'm not talking about get by. Live a month in Kenya. That includes my rent. That includes me never cooking. That includes my laundry service because I don't wash my clothes. That includes my cleaning lady who comes and cleans my apartment every 2 times a week. That includes me Ubering all around. That includes me going out, having fun. different experiences, all that for $2,000 a month. Where can you do that in the States reasonably? Maybe you could probably go in some like backwaters town where there's nothing out there, and you could probably do that in the States. But I'm talking about being in the center of a city. Like, it's bustling. I don't know if you can hear the noise in the background because I'm using my mic, but the city is bustling. And you could be in the center of town living off of like $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Like, there's apartments where you could get $500 a month. And you're not like on the outskirts of town, like you're right in the city. So the value you get for Nairobi is just like ridiculous. And for like the energy and the people, like you can't beat it. Like, I have lived in other cities. Like, the only other place I compare to is probably Bangkok, Thailand. But even Bangkok, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, pairs in the comparison of Nairobi, because it's not just about, okay, the cheap cost of living, the nightlife, the activities. Also, Nairobi has a bunch of opportunities. Like, there's so much opportunity here. There's so many things that's missing. Even for it to be a modernized city, there's still so much opportunity. And you can see it. Like, I left for 3 months and I came back. There's so much construction going on. There's new restaurants. There's new things popping up everywhere. And if you talk to the people, like I said, like Nairobi is going to look completely different in 5 years. But if you talk to the people on the ground that's opening business, they say it's going to be 2 to 3 years. So what place can you go where you can have a cheap cost of living? The people are amazing. The food is amazing. It's not that garbage food that we got back in the States where everything's like super processed and like just eating it gives you cancer. Like, so the food is amazing. And there's opportunities for businesses and growth, career growth if you want to get into the local economy. Where can you find that type of stuff besides like a Nairobi or some other, like, probably another African city, but like I feel like in Africa, Nairobi's probably like one of the best. I've been to like pretty much around all of East Africa. I haven't been to like South and South, West, and North. But like as far as East Africa is concerned, I feel like Nairobi's the best. I mean, Tanzania is like my first love. It'll always be my first love. It was my first African country. But Kenya with Nairobi, Mombasa, it just feels like it's the best option if you want to stay in like East Africa and like compared to like Asia and Europe, because I went through Europe this past summer, nothing's messing with Nairobi. So I'm trying to get people to come to Nairobi to experience this, because like I'm not a selfish person, man. Most people, they will come to a place like this, they will find Nairobi and they're like, yo, don't tell anybody about this. Keep this a secret. Actually, people don't want me to kind of like blow up the spot around Nairobi, like, because it's so amazing. Like, people are like, yeah, yo, maybe you should calm down with the YouTube videos. But I'm not that type of person. I want to share my experiences and I want everybody to grow. Because like, I remember before I started traveling, like, and I was dreaming about traveling and living overseas, there wasn't that much information out there. Like, the first time I came to Africa, it was like, I was kind of like shooting in the dark. Like, okay, there were a couple YouTube videos, but it wasn't that much information. So I'm gonna do my best to put out the best information I can, because like, I know how it is to be dreaming. And I'll be honest, it feels like a dream. Like, every day that I spend in Kenya and Nairobi in general, it kind of just feels like a dream. Like, time here just goes so fast. And people have been reaching out to me like, how can I come to Nairobi? People would send me DMs, emails, and everything. So I decided to start helping people who are serious about coming to visit Nairobi and live in Nairobi. So I'm gonna be offering a service. I'm gonna do consultations. So if you want to get some information about Nairobi, or if you wanted somebody to show you around Nairobi and get you set up so you can have the best life, because there is a learning curve. Africa is different than any other place I've lived in. I've lived in Asia. I've been through Europe. I spent time in Europe. I spent time in the Caribbean. And Africa definitely has a learning curve. And I wish I had somebody that could guide me through, to help me through the, like, there's a couple of pitfalls here. Like, I'm not gonna say like everything is cotton candy and rainbows and all that. There are pitfalls. But if you have the right person that's guiding you through this, it'll be pretty easy. And like, it's crazy that like Nairobi is not like blasted everywhere like how Bangkok is, or Bali, Indonesia is. It feels like Nairobi is a hidden gem. So if you want to get on the ground floor, you can sign up for a consultation. The link is going to be in the description and on the first pinned comment. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just so happy to be here. Like I'm still gonna travel around the world because I still want to see the world, but like, it's really hard to leave Nairobi once you come here. It's just such an amazing place, and I just don't want to go, man. But yeah, this is your boy Kid Greatness, and you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and remember, you can't rush greatness. We out.